This comment struck me for two reasons. One, I don't know if you've seen, and I've only seen clips on YouTube of the comedian Sebastian Maniscalco, I think is how you say his name. But he did this skit of just how once, he was old enough, or never, his parents who were immigrants were like, you don't nap, you get up and work. It just reminded me of that little skit. But also, it struck me because my kids, they had their naps when they were, kids, like, infant toddlers, and they don't nap now unless they're sick. My son is napping right now, both from recovery and overload. But it struck me because I sat down and thought, and I was like, oh, wow, once their kids were in toddlers, they didn't nap anymore. And my parents enforced a nap for me. I was their only child. I'm going to say this. My dad, extremely strict. I was his third child. He had two from his first marriage. My mom's only child. But he was extremely overprotective, wanted to keep me a child, a baby, an infant, a small little girl for as long as he could. But they enforced a nap every day. I'm not talking school days, so we'll say weekends, holidays, summer vacation type of deal. Until I was 12. And, there comes a point where you just don't, need a nap in terms of, to get it enforced. And, they would do everything in their power to get me to nap, to the point of, laying down next to me in their bed, and then essentially staring me down until I fell asleep, and then they left. But again, it was a timed nap if it was in a bed. So they would come wake me, or they would tell me, go lay on the couch, go take a nap. It's nap time. And if it was a timed nap, it wasn't over an hour, maybe an hour and a half, but it was until I was 12. Because it was until we were at a certain house it stopped, and I was 12 when we moved to that house. So yeah. And I don't think I think it was more so my dad just wanting to keep me a little kid needing a nap, not realizing she's past that stage. But it would be very on brand for him to want to enforce a nap in order to keep things childlike for me. So it just struck me because I didn't give it any thought until I read this comment, and I was like, oh, wow. I was forced to take a nap on non-school days until I was 12. Yeah, my childhood was interesting.